looking at for what the ways to add and show more value from customer success earlier in the sales process would be, perhaps at the project kickoff.
I think even early in the sales process, probably even before the project kickoff, getting the customer success team involved earlier and really helping them pitch the value of customer success and explain the services that they bring. Because a lot of customers still don't fully know what customer success is, or they've seen so many different versions of it from different vendors, they don't really have accurate expectations around what happens. And I think, part of the discussion is, the product can enable your outcomes, and here's how us as a customer success can help you get there and close that loop. One of the things that I've done that's been really effective, and I've got a blog about it, with some videos where I just map out the success curve and what actually happens, and what happens before go live, what happens 3, 5, 10 years down the road after go live, where all that value is created or lost, and trying to have discussions with prospective customers. And let's talk about what happens, the first year after go live, 2 years, 3 years after go live, within your organization after the system is up and running, and where you encounter risks, where have you historically not gotten the adoption of the value that you wanted. And you can look at any system, and what you'll probably find is that most customers do not have the capacity, the infrastructure, or just the core competencies to really drive adoption and value creation from technology. They can usually get it live, but then they struggle. Mapping out some of the issues there, identifying some of the risks to their investment, and then showing how you as a CS team act to help mitigate those risks can be very, very powerful. And if you can do it with authority and announce the confidence on how you get people there, many times that will get them very excited to do it. And we'll also have them take a look at their critically about how they actually implement their technology, and what are some of the things that they may want to change in their process or methodology that they've done for years that haven't really worked for them. And I think the more that you can show that expertise and adoption and value creation as a customer success team, the better off you are. And just a word of caution, if you go that route though, if it's during the sales process, you want to explain some of the issues and the way in which you help the customer address those, but don't invest the time and effort actually doing the work to map all that out until they've actually signed, or unless they hire you as a pre-sales strategy engagement on how you would go ahead and do this. Because many times, if there's other reasons that factor into their buying decision, you'll get the confidence there, but you don't want to deliver free work for them. That's very important too. Any thoughts on that?
I think that, I really like the idea of kind of a project kickoff with everybody involved. I think it's such a compelling message for the customer that as a business, we are all aligned and we're here to deliver the outcomes that the customers agreed to or want. And I think that is such a critical thing. And I think you've hit on a key point there. It's how do you get customers to understand what customer success is? To a lot of customers, it's foreign. They've never heard of it before. It's an alien concept. But it's a really powerful one. And having your sales team understand what that is and how to pitch it can really, really add a lot of value.
Yeah. And I think, one thought around that, I've worked on a lot of projects over the years, and many of the project kickoffs I've been a part of and have sat through have been kind of painful. And they've been a lot around, here are the milestones, here's the project plan, here are the work teams. And they skip over the business outcomes. They skip over what happens in that year or two after go live. And most people view go live as the end of the project, when really that's where the heavy work starts. And I think for customer success to help organize something like this, especially early when the sale is closed, you really need to look at what is that kickoff process, and what's the content and the expectation and actions coming out of that. And that is really your first effort to start to shift mindset from go live is not success. It's what happens 1, 3, 5 years down the road.